I'm pleased to have with me Andrew Radonjic, the Managing Director of Venture Minerals. G'day, Andrew.
How are you?
Now, iron ore prices are bumper prices, and you're about to start production on an iron mine. It must be good times for Venture.
Yes, well, I don't know how we did it, but we've managed to jag the timing beautifully, so sometimes there's a bit of luck involved.
How much hard work has it been to get to where you are today?
Well, look, we pegged the lease in 2010. We started mining, or started pushing dirt around in 2014, and then the iron ore prices just came off in a hurry, so we put a handbrake on it. And then we sort of, with the Vale tailings dam sort of incident causing the iron ore price to go up in early 2019, we got the project up and running again. So it's been, it's now a couple of years. So add all that together and it's probably around about 6 years.
So when do you expect first shipment?
Well, first shipment, we're still commissioning at the moment, so we're in the final phases of that. So I'm hopeful we'll get first shipment towards the end of July.
And what sort of production will we be doing each year?
Well, we're looking at 1.6 million tonnes, do it over 2 years, so let's say around about 800,000 to 900,000 tonnes per annum.
And what is the shelf life of the mine, production life?
Our production life will be sort of 21 months.
Well, the mine is only going to be 21 months in production.
Yes.
That's it, in and out.
In and out, 1.6 million tonnes, captured a high iron ore price, and that's the whole project's not necessarily low cost. You can imagine that, with the capital being reasonably low, but we're just using existing infrastructure. It's a 57% product, and we're using small trucks, small ships out of the Port of Burnie. So this is a perfect time with this high price to get this project out, monetize it, and then use that money, to look at building the Mount Lindesay Tin Tungsten Project nearby.
Okay, so a terrific sort of cash generator in the midst. What's your next focal point after that?
Yeah, well, look, there's the asset about 15 kilometres to the west of the Riley Iron Ore Mine, which we were talking about, is the Mount Lindesay Tin Tungsten Project, and we spent $35 million in that. We completed a feasibility study in 2012. We actually submitted an environmental management plan to the EPA, got comments back in 2013, so a very advanced project. So it's already drilled out and a fair bit of the permitting is already done.
Well, you're also supported by some pretty amazing tin prices, historic, over $30,000 a tonne.
Yes, looks like we got our timing right again. Look, it's back in 2011, the price was around this level, so that's kind of when we were doing our study. And back then we had a market cap of $150 million. So today we're a little bit more than that. Obviously, Venture's a bit more of there's a lot more happening to Venture than just the tin and the iron ore, and obviously the iron ore is well developed. But the tin price is sensational, and you've got the elements of the fact that we've got now tin's recognised as an EV metal. Yes. The tungsten, which is a co-product, it's a critical mineral. So maybe time is in the sun for these particular products.
Well, a study out of America even showed that tin would be the metal most impacted by the world's electrification.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. That's we can thank Rio Tinto for that.
So it looks like it's an exciting 12 months ahead for Venture. Probably the most exciting 12 months in the company's history.
Oh, absolutely. Look, we've got so much happening. Prices are right. Chalice are working on the joint venture ground in the southwest of WA. So, yeah, we're pretty excited. It's going to be an extremely busy 12 months. And
if today's presentation is anything to go by, there's certainly a lot of interest in what you're doing. A bumper crowd, standing room only.
Well, look, I think I was here 2 years ago, and I've had a lot of feedback saying, yes, we bought some, or wish I'd bought some, and so it's good. I like this conference. So, is it not too late for investors to join the party? Oh, not at all. I think tin's going to be a structural change rather than just a cyclic, peak, which it has experienced in the past. And I think ESG is going to be a fundamental point of that, because if the world wants to accept only responsibly sourced tin, I think there's going to be that's the case. And I think a lot of the tin in the world is high risk ESG areas. And I think Mount Lindesay is well positioned. It's fully, it's in a developed country like Australia and Canada, well ahead of the curve, and any assets that sit there ready to go can take full advantage of these prices.
So what's in the pipeline for the tin tungsten project? What does the next 12 months look like?
Well, next 12 months, look, obviously cash flow will start coming out of Riley, and for us, using that cash flow to finish off the permitting. We did do some test work and redesigning, looking mostly in underground mines, smaller, higher grade. Used the Riley equipment for the front end of the plant, and then add a magnetite circuit, a tin and tungsten circuit. And that study, though we didn't put it out to the market, certainly the early indications were that we get that capex right down, which maybe Riley can fully fund depending on the iron ore price.
So how big will the mine be? How much tin are you looking at producing in a perfect world?
Oh, look, I think in a perfect world we're probably looking about a couple of thousand tonnes of tin metal in concentrate per annum. And the tungsten will sort of be a similar sort of level, that's sort of 1,500, 2,000 tonnes. And that's, in the tin world is not exceptionally big, but in the tungsten world is quite significant.
And so any final comments or rally cry to people that may be looking at your stock?
Well, look, I think, you mentioned, what upside do we have from here? And I think very much it's around the tin. And I think once we start people recognising that Mount Lindsay is such a key asset, and that tin price starts staying at 30,000, and we start generating, some more updated feasibility numbers of what this can deliver, and more importantly, production from Riley, then I think people are going to go, well, hang on, this looks like a serious tin play, and who knows, maybe our friends at Chalice can deliver us a Julimar Mark II version at the same time. So I think it's pretty exciting.